Hello, BookTube. For this video, you're just going to get me. I'm the Becky half of the Bookish Bryants. And what's today? It's January 3rd. I'm doing my January wrap-up.
February.
No, it's my January wrap-up.
February 3rd.
What did I say?
You said January 3rd.
Oh, jeez. Alright, I'm doing my January wrap-up on February 3rd. Thank you. I'm a little bit late, but that's okay. I actually hit my goal. I'm excited. So I did the Bookworm's New Year Readathon this year, and I'll put the all the information at the bottom, the hashtag and all that. There were 4 hosts for this. It was Literary Lizzzy, David's book review, Noel 7 pages, and Mindy's book journey. And again, I'll put all their pages at the bottom. I'm just going to go through what I read and what I thought of it, and yeah, okay. So anyway, the first prompt was catch up, read a book you meant to read in 2020. And that was, I left my book at my mother's house, so you just get a picture of it. It's a book called, oh, you can do it, sort of, In Silent Graves by Gary A. Braunbeck. It's a horror book that had a couple of creepy moments in it. It's about a guy who's an up and coming newscaster. His wife is pregnant. He's got everything going for him, and one day he comes home and his wife is dying, and his wife and his unborn child die, and this leads him on a very, very strange, I'm talking stranger than snake suspenders journey into a very different world than what he knows and recognizes. It was a very good book. It was, come here. Anyway, hi buddy. It was a very good book. It was it started out really creepy, had some really, really creepy points, but then about a third of the way through, it got really interesting and moved on from creepy to absolutely fascinating. So I can't suggest it enough. It was a very good book. Number 2, Head Start. Read a book that has to do with one of your 2020 reading goals. And I mentioned in my first video that one of my 2020 reading goals is to knock out some of those cozies up there, because I've got a lot of them, and I need to make room for more. So all right, you can't be kicking me. You're gonna have to get down. Go see Daddy. I know he sent you in here. Yeah, I know he did. Go see Daddy. Go on, hop down. You're gonna fall out of it. Go on. Okay. So the one I chose for this, read a book that has to do with one of your reading goals, was Witch Hunt by Kate Conti. And I have to tell you, I wasn't really all that jazzed by this. It was pretty good. I enjoyed the characters. The main character owns a crystal shop, which I find endlessly fascinating. Absolutely love that. Barely mentioned it. Barely mentioned it. You barely found your way inside her shop at all. And that's actually one of the things I really like about cozy mysteries. Especially a cozy mystery about a character that has an interesting job. Usually your author will delve into that job in some way, kind of like the bibliophile mysteries do. She didn't here, and it was really kind of glaring that it wasn't part of the storyline. So it was okay. The second one hasn't come out yet. I'll probably read it just to see if she gets a good momentum going. Number 3, Get It Done. Read the physical book you have left unread the longest. Now this one, I'm actually rather proud of myself for this one. I read the first book of the Foundation trilogy, by Isaac Asimov. The first book was Foundation, and Steve Donahue told me that he figured I probably wouldn't like it all that much, even though I wouldn't have much trouble with it. And he's kind of right. This book is the furthest thing from character driven as it can possibly be. It's kind of a series of scenes revolving around a central idea that is the idea is that you can sort of predict the future way into the future using mathematics and formulas, and I'm there for it. I think it's a very interesting idea, and I'm perfectly willing to believe it. But it was a very interesting book. It's certainly not my cup of tea, but I'll read the rest of the series simply because I want to see if the story goes the way I expect it to go. And possibly it's just to say, I've read the Foundation trilogy. But yeah, I read the first book. It's an idea driven book, as everybody's been telling me. It was very good. A little bit outside of way outside of my comfort zone. Let's just say that. Where was I? 3, 4. All right. Decade reflection. Reread your favorite book from 2011. Now, guys, I have no idea what my favorite book from 2011 was. I don't even remember where I lived in 2011, honestly. So what I did instead was chose a book that was published in 2011 to read. And that's The Chihuahua of the Baskervilles. Now it was really cute. Really cute. It was kind of a cozy mystery. It was more of a country house sort of mystery going on. It had its issues. It was okay. It was kind of clunky. It's the thing. And the author's only ever written this one and the second one, which I doubt I'm going to pick it up. Honestly, I mean, it was okay. I hate to say that because it's got such a cute little chihuahua on it, and it's about the owner of a dog outfit business. So I hate to say that, but it was okay. It wasn't terrible. All right, number 5, top of your TBR. Read a book that is at the top of your TBR pile, and this one I'm excited about. I read One by One by Ruth Ware. Now, I had read before this, The Death of Miss Westaway, and I loved that book, and I have to tell you, I really liked this one. Really liked this book. It grabbed me on the first chapter and held on to me until the very, very end. It had a thrilling ending, and by the way, one that I was actually kind of surprised by. I wasn't expecting the twist, which it might say something about me. I might be a simple reader, but still, I really loved it. Ruth Ware is pretty awesome, and both of the books I've read by her are very consistent. Number 5, top of your TBR. Read a book that is at the top of your TBR. I already read that one. Number 6. No Time Like the Present. Read a book you are intimidated by. That's the Foundation series. I was intimidated by it. Still a little intimidated by it. But I got through it. I actually understood what was going on, which I consider a big win. So, yeah, that would be the Foundation book. Number 7, diversity. Read a book by a person of color, fiction or nonfiction. And for this prompt, I chose one that Scott suggested to me because he had read it and really enjoyed it, and it's Forbidden by Beverly Jenkins. And it's about a woman who is trying to get to California. She's a freed woman of color. Well, no, she's a free woman of color. She was never a slave. But in order to get to California, she has to raise enough money to get there because she's got this dream of opening her very own restaurant. And it takes place in the Old West in the 1800s. So you can imagine the monumental obstacles that are before her. And she comes across this gentleman who, I can't remember his name. What's his name?
I don't know.
He don't remember either. I can't remember. Ryan? Ryan.
Ryan, yeah.
She comes across this gentleman, Ryan, who helps her get to where she needs to be. Basically, it's a lot more than that. There's a lot more to Ryan than meets the eye as well. It was amazing. One of the best historical books I've read, historical romances I've read in a long, long time. Absolutely enchanting. I can't suggest it or recommend it enough. Excuse me. Okay. Number 8. Change of scenery. Read a book from a genre that you don't normally read from, but always wanted to read. I'm holding it upside down. Yeah, Foundation. I've always wanted to read it. Always been intimidated by it. Finally did it. And number 9, New Beginnings. Read a debut novel. That one I read this. Al Dente's Inferno. This one was fun. It's about a woman who's hired to travel from the United States to Italy to oversee the opening of a cooking school, of a high-end cooking school. And she has to work from the ground up. And when she gets there, she discovers that the place is in absolute ruins, and there's a documentary group who are coming to record the whole process, and it turns out that it's being led by her ex-boyfriend, and her ex-boyfriend dies, and everybody thinks it's her. So it's your good old-fashioned cozy mystery fare, only with the really, really lovable Italian family thrown in. This is really, really good. I don't know. The next book is called Crime of the Ancient Marinara. So I can't wait to read that one. And I really enjoyed this. I really did. So that's it. I got through all of my prompts, and I actually had time to spare. So I also read Statue of Limitations by Kate Collins, which I have a lot of books by her up here. I'm going to have to read some of them too. This was funny. The only problem I had with this book, it's about a Greek woman with a big Greek family who's expected to marry a good Greek boy, and they've got a statue in their garden that has a very interesting background that actually might belong to someone else. And that's what this whole thing revolves around. The only thing that bothers me is, you see that raccoon? You see him exactly twice. Maybe 3. Nope, twice. Yep, twice. I wanted more of the raccoon. I did. I wanted more of the raccoon. There just wasn't enough. But this was funny. It was kind of slow in parts. Again, a tad clunky, but that could just be my own expectations coming back to bite me. You don't know. So anyway, that is my Bookworms New Year Readathon wrap up. It only took me like 15 minutes. I'm excited. I got a whole lot read. And I actually listened to some other things on audiobook that I cannot recall right now. Just can't. It's been a long day. But anyway, that's it. I'll put all the information at the bottom, and I hope you enjoyed this. Your books are calling. Go read.